If you have an RV sitting in a service bay at Lazydays right now, or you're waiting for a title, stop what you're doing. You need to see the paper trail. Welcome back to the Watchdog. I'm John, and I fix the stuff they build wrong.
And I'm Rhonda. I read the fine print they hope you ignore. Today, we aren't talking about a leaky roof. We're talking about a leaky corporation.
Lazydays, the authority, the biggest single RV lot in the world, gone.
Technically dissolved. And that word matters because on November 26, 2025, Lazyday Holdings didn't just sell the keys to the Campers Inn. They executed a plan of liquidation. That means the company you bought from, it effectively doesn't exist anymore.
If the company doesn't exist, who honors the slip for that broken AC unit you noticed on delivery?
Exactly. In this dossier, we're tracking the money. We're going to show you why shareholders got zero, why the banks took everything, and why Campers Inn buying the building doesn't mean they bought the responsibility for your lemon.
Stick around to the end. We've got a survival checklist. Let's get into the files.
All right, look at this. This is an SEC 8K filing from November 2025. It's dry, it's boring, and it's terrifying. Lazydays sold substantially all their assets to Campers Inn for about $143.5 million.
That's a lot of cash. So they can pay off the customers they owe money to, right?
John, you're so cute. No, look at the use of proceeds section. Every time they closed a sale, whether it was in Knoxville or the massive Tampa location, the money was wire transferred almost immediately to M&T Bank to pay off senior secured indebtedness.
Translation?
The bank eats first. The shareholders? The filing explicitly says they expect no liquidating distribution. If the owners of the company got zero, what do you think a customer with a $500 deposit for a part gets?
This smells like what we call selling out the trust in the shop. That's when a dealer sells a big rig but doesn't pay the bank back for the loan on that specific rig.
And we saw smoke before the fire. In late 2024 and 2025, complaints started piling up. People waiting 5 months for a title.
If you don't have the title, you don't own the RV. The bank does. If Lazydays took your money, didn't pay the bank, and then dissolved, you are in a war zone. Here's the mechanic's view. You drive your rig to the building. You shook hands with a guy named Steve, and Steve promised to fix the slide-out mechanism that's been grinding.
But Steve worked for Lazydays Holdings, Inc.
Right. Now, Campers Inn comes along. They bought the building. They bought the inventory. They even kept the sign out front in Tampa. But Rhonda, did they buy Steve's promise?
This is an asset purchase loophole. Campers Inn bought the assets, the stuff. They explicitly structured this so they generally exclude the liabilities of the old company.
So Campers Inn is the new landlord. If you go in there screaming about the Lazydays promise, the old Lazydays promise they made,
legally Campers Inn can say, new phone, who dis? They aren't the same company.
Okay, the big question. I bought a 2024 Thor Palazzo from Lazydays 3 months ago, and is my warranty toast?
It depends on which warranty. Let's break it down. The manufacturer warranty, Thor or Forest River. You're safe. The manufacturer holds that, not the dealer. Campers Inn is authorized dealer, so they can do the work.
But will they? If I didn't buy from Campers Inn, am I going to the back of the line?
Historically, dealers prioritize their own sales. You might be Lazydays legacy inventory. You might wait.
Number 2, the extended warranty. This is where it gets greasy. If you bought an aftermarket warranty, usually that money is sent to a third-party administrator. If Lazydays sent the check, you're good.
If in a liquidity crisis, sometimes those checks to the warranty companies get delayed. You need to call the warranty administrator today and verify your policy is active.
Number 3, we owe goodwill repairs. This is the physical stuff. We promised to fix that scratch. We promised to install the washer and dryer.
If it wasn't done before November 26, kiss it goodbye. That was a promise from the dissolved entity. Campers Inn might do it to be nice, to earn your business, but they don't have to. Campers Inn is pitching this family-owned rescue mission. Jeff Hirsch, the CEO, talks about strengthening the resilience of the RV community.
Family-owned is a great market, but they now have 51 locations. That's not a mom-and-pop shop. That is a monopoly.
And they aren't immune to issues. We found complaints about Campers Inn regarding prep fees and corrosion issues on new units. They are acquiring Lazydays baggage, and they have their own history of aggressive fee structures.
With Lazydays gone, who is the competition? In Tampa, in Knoxville, less competition usually means higher prices and, sadly, lazier service. So the giant has fallen and another giant just ate it up.
The verdict? Lazydays failed the stress test. They prioritized the banks over the buyers. Campers Inn is savvy. They bought the assets cheap and left the toxic liabilities behind. Smart for them, dangerous for you.
If you got caught in this mess, here is your playbook, the title audit. If you bought in the last 6 months, check with your DMV today. If the lien isn't released, call your lender immediately. Consignment alert. If your RV is on the lot that was Lazydays and is now Campers Inn, go there. Physically touch it. Verify they have your contract. Get a new contract with the new owners. Warranty check. Call the 1-800 number on your extended warranty contract. Ask, is my policy active and paid in full?
And finally, watch the fees. The FTC is cracking down on junk fees. Just because the sign changed doesn't mean the tricks did. Watch for prep fees creeping onto your invoice.
The industry is shaking out. The weak are dying. Don't let your savings die with them.
We put the full list of SEC filings and source documents in the description. Read them. Knowledge is your only shield.
And adventure is calling.
And we must go.
But before we go, you need to know who actually owns the dealership you're buying from. Rhonda, she did a deep dive on the massive shakeup that just rocked the industry. Click that video right here. Lazydays collapsed. Who owns your warranty now? It could save your entire investment.